A slot canyon where a shaft of sunlight drops through the ceiling and lands on the floor like liquid gold. A river bend you have seen 100 times and never known by name. A canyon so deep it holds nearly 2 billion years inside it. Most people picture the American Southwest as one big red desert. By the last stop on this drive, you will see why it is really 5 different worlds. One loop out of Las Vegas. Here is how to drive it. Stop 1, Zion, the canyon you walk into. 2.5 hours northeast of Las Vegas, the road drops into Zion Canyon. Walls of cream and rust sandstone climb 2,000 feet on either side, and the Virgin River threads quietly along the bottom. The hike everyone comes for is the Narrows. You wade straight up the river into a gorge that pinches down to 30 feet wide, with walls 1,000 feet straight overhead. The river is the trail. The light comes down filtered and green, and most of the time, the only sound is the water moving against your legs. A few things to know for the visit. From spring through fall, private cars are not allowed on the scenic drive. You ride the free park shuttle instead, and it drops you at every trailhead. Pro tip, if the shuttle lines at the visitor center are over an hour, take the pedestrian entrance from Springdale. It's often faster and lets you grab a coffee at Feel Love Coffee before you head in. The famous Angel's Landing climb now needs a permit, won through a lottery the park started in 2022. The Narrows needs no permit at all. The only thing you check is the river. If it's flowing under 150 cubic feet per second, you are clear to walk. Stop 2, Bryce Canyon, the Stone Forest. 90 minutes from Zion, the road climbs to 8,000 feet, and the air turns cool and thin. Walk to the rim at sunrise, and the ground simply falls away below you into a vast natural amphitheater filled with thousands of stone spires glowing orange and pink in the first light. These spires are called hoodoos, and Bryce holds the largest concentration of them anywhere on Earth. The strange part is how they were made, not by a river, but by ice. Up here, the temperature crosses freezing on roughly 200 nights a year. Water seeps into the cracks, freezes, expands, and pries the rock apart, grain by grain. Walk the Navajo Loop down into them, and the scale lands. Bring a layer. It's cold on the rim, even in July. Stop 3, Page, Light, and Water. 2.5 hours on, the desert town of Page hides 2 of the most photographed places in the Southwest. The first is Antelope Canyon. You walk into a slot so narrow you turn sideways, the sandstone walls swirling overhead like frozen waves. At midday, a single beam of sun drops through the gap above and stands on the canyon floor like a spotlight. It sits on Navajo land, and you cannot enter alone. You go with a Navajo guide, and that rule is exactly what has kept it pristine. 10 minutes away is Horseshoe Bend. A short half-mile walk, and the Colorado River swings a full 270 degrees around a tower of red rock 1,000 feet below your boots. Timing is everything. Book the canyon tour well ahead. For Lower Antelope Canyon, the V shape means light hits the bottom better in the morning, around 9 a.m., while Upper Antelope needs that 11:30 a.m. slot for the famous light beams. Stop 4, Monument Valley, the West itself. 2 hours east, on the Arizona and Utah line, Highway 163 runs dead straight toward a horizon of sandstone buttes standing alone on the desert floor, some of them 1,000 feet tall. You already know this place, even if you have never been. In 1939, the director John Ford filmed the Western Stagecoach here, and in doing so, handed the world its mental picture of the American West. He once called it the most complete, beautiful, and peaceful place on Earth. It is part of the Navajo Nation, run as a tribal park with a 17-mile dirt loop that winds past the Mittens and John Ford Point. You can drive the loop yourself, but a Navajo guide can take you off it, into the parts of the valley most visitors never see. At sunrise, the buttes throw shadows miles long across the sand, and the whole valley glows the color of a struck match. Stop 5, the Grand Canyon, the finale. 3 hours from Monument Valley, you reach the South Rim. Most tourists crowd Mather Point. For the knowledgeable view, head to Desert View Watchtower. You get a higher perspective, layered in bands of rose, ash, and gold that change color by the hour. The thin green thread at the very bottom is the Colorado River, the thing that carved all of it. And the dark rock down at river level is nearly 2 billion years old. The walls above you stack up almost that much of Earth's history, one layer at a time. Save this stop for last and give it a full evening. Watch the sunset from Hopi Point or Mather Point and let the whole canyon go red, then violet, then dark. Stand at the edge, and it is the silence that gets you. A canyon this size swallows every sound. A canyon you wade up to your waist. An amphitheater of stone that glows at dawn. A beam of light in a slot on Navajo land. A straight road that taught the world what the West looks like. And a mile-deep cut holding nearly 2 billion years. 5 places, roughly 1,000 miles. 1 loop. Most people think the Southwest is one landscape. It is 5 completely different planets, and the only thing connecting them is the road you drive between them.